Look, if you're a working digital artist, you already know the traditional setup inside and out. You've got your massive heavy desktop workstation, that inevitable spiderweb of cables, and you're pretty much tethered to one single room to actually get your professional work done, right? Well, what if we completely dismantled that reality? Today, we're diving into the Wacom Movink. It's essentially the ultimate tool designed specifically for pros who are ready to break free and literally unleash their studio. So ask yourself this: what if you could turn literally any place into your own studio? I mean, imagine finally escaping that heavy desk setup, but without sacrificing a single ounce of your professional power. We're talking about the absolute freedom to just pack up your gear and go wherever the inspiration actually hits you.
Maybe that's the cafe you ducked into right after checking out a really killer new art exhibition. You know the feeling. The vibe is totally right, the coffee's hot, and your fingers are just itching to start sketching.
Or hey, maybe it's the library. You're deep in the trenches doing visual research for your next big project, and you want to start storyboarding right there in the stacks before you lose the thread.
Or honestly, sometimes it's just your bed. You just need to plop down, clear your head, and let the ideas flow. The whole point here is that when something clicks, you have to seize the moment. You need to get your pen moving across the screen before that brilliant idea simply gets away from you.
Section 1. True Portability. Wacom's lightest and thinnest pen display. Let's see how the Movink actually acts as the catalyst for this kind of mobile lifestyle.
4. I really want you to let that number sink in for a second. The display is a mere 4 millimeters at its thinnest point. You are looking at a pro-grade display that is quite literally thinner than the smartphone sitting in your pocket right now. Absolutely wild.
And 420. That is 420 grams. To put that into perspective for you, that is lighter than a large iced coffee. So throwing this gear into your backpack to catch a train or a flight, it's absolutely not going to weigh you down.
We are talking about a massive leap in engineering here. When you compare it to the Wacom 113 Touch, the Movink is 55% lighter and an astounding 66% thinner. They basically stripped away all the bulk, but totally kept the pro-grade tools that you rely on every day.
Section 2. Visual Fidelity, Wacom's first OLED display. Now, I know exactly what my fellow artists are thinking right now. You're thinking, okay, ultimate portability means I have to compromise on screen quality, right? Actually, no. You aren't compromising a single pixel.
Because the specs are what truly matter here, right? We're looking at a 13.3-inch Full HD Samsung OLED display. And because it's OLED, you are getting a staggering 100,000 to 1 contrast ratio. What does that mean for you? Much deeper, inkier blacks that actually reflect your true artistic vision. And check out that response time. 0.2 milliseconds. That is blazing fast, near zero latency, which gives you a completely fluid real-time sensory experience when you're drawing. It's totally seamless. And for the working pro, we all know color accuracy is completely non-negotiable. Well, you're hitting 100% DCI-P3 and 95% Adobe RGB. Plus, the Movink is entirely Pantone and Pantone skin tone validated. It's producing this incredibly wide spectrum of vivid, high-definition colors, meaning your art looks exactly, and I mean exactly, how you intend it to. To protect that gorgeous OLED display, the glass is equipped with both an anti-glare and an anti-fingerprint coating. And why does that matter for your workflow? Because this robust screen protects against color distortion even under really strong pen pressure. It lets you work totally distraction-free and empowers you to be as bold, aggressive, and dynamic with your pen strokes as you want to be.
Section 3. Tactile Control, the ultimate drawing experience. Visuals are amazing, obviously, but art is physical. Let's dig into the actual tactile interaction and see how the pen and touch features feel in your hands.
So the Movink comes packaged with the Wacom Pro Pen 3, which is basically designed for hyper-customizability. You can actually change the grip thickness, physically adjust the pen's center of gravity, and even add or remove the side switches. You're completely dialing in this tool to give you an incredibly realistic, totally customized pen-on-paper experience. It's like a tailored suit, but for your workflow.
Oh, and I absolutely have to call out this specific exclusive feature of the Movink's Pro Pen 3. It features a built-in nib holder that also functions as a nib remover. If you've ever been out on the road and had a nib emergency, you know that sheer panic. Well, with this, a broken or worn-out nib is never going to ruin an on-the-go workflow ever again. It's honestly the ultimate travel-friendly flex.
Let's rapidly run through a few more advanced workflow enhancements here. First, dual pen technology, meaning it fully supports third-party pens like Lamy or Dr. Grip if that's what you prefer. You're also getting 10-finger multi-touch and customizable touch keys tucked right into the top corners for your go-to shortcuts. And all of this is connected by a really sturdy, flexible L-shaped USB-C cable. Pen and touch inputs just working perfectly and smoothly together, keeping your whole mobile setup totally clutter-free.
Section 4. Creative Ecosystem. Seamless Integration. Okay, so you've got the hardware, but how easily does this actually slot into your daily grind?
Well, the true beauty of that single USB-C cable is the massive compatibility it unlocks. You are connecting to nearly any device or operating system you happen to prefer. Windows, macOS, Android, Chrome OS, they are all supported. You just plug the thing in, utilize your computer or phone's processing power, and boom, you are instantly ready to work.
And look, Wacom knows that professionals need professional software. So a huge value add here is the complimentary software you get when you register the Movink. We're talking curated trials specifically for pro workflows. Clip Studio Paint EX for your illustration and animation, Capture One for tethered photo editing, Rebel 8 for natural media painting, Magma for browser-based team collaboration, and even MASV for transferring those massive, time-critical files. They've pretty much thought of everything.
And this brings us right back to Wacom's core promise to you as an artist. The world is your studio. By combining that stunning visual fidelity of an OLED screen, the tactile control of a highly customizable pen, and an ecosystem that fits completely effortlessly into a 420-gram package, they have literally removed the walls of your workspace.
So, now that you're no longer chained to a heavy desk, and your studio is literally anywhere you want it to be, where will your next great idea be captured? Pack your gear, get out there, and find out. Thanks for joining me on this explainer. Now go make something awesome.